So Billie Eilish, speaking of sex, is opening up about it. Speaking to Howard Stern, Billie said she started watching adult films when she was only 11, but now finds that pornography is a disgrace. She added that when she started having sex, she didn't say no to things because she thought that was what she was supposed to be attracted to. She also said the films often distort how women's bodies are supposed to look. I'm so glad she's bringing this up. You have a serious look on your face. What are you thinking?
I don't think Howard Stern was the appropriate place for this conversation about how an 11-year-old girl was watching pornography, as pornography is used as a tool to groom.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't sit well with you at all.
But it's like, unfortunately or fortunately, this is the only place where people usually open up.
Right.
You know, if she's pushing a new album, she's not going to talk about this. Howard Stern does give people a chance to open up about abuse, drug issues and things like that, but I completely agree. Eric, I think the question is for our society is like, when do you have this conversation and with who? Because I have a 13-year-old son who's more childlike, and my daughter, who's not an adult at all, is further along than him. So how do I navigate that?
Right.
As an adult and as a parent, I think we need to say we don't know. But, you know, I definitely get your trepidation when you're talking about Billie Eilish, because the sexualization of our children is something we don't talk about in this country. We did a story about, remember the OnlyFans when the bad Barbie, Catch Me Outside from Dr. Phil, when she turned 18 and she made $1 million on OnlyFans? What's that about?
Right.
You know, but we just gloss past that. There's a hypersexualization of our children, and then we act like we don't know what they're talking about, and then some weird group starts focusing on pedophilia for some reason, but never the pedophilia that's really going on. So here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
So until we're ready to have that conversation, we should probably do the next story, because our country just isn't ready, and I don't know when that's ever going to happen.
Wow, there's so many layers to what you just unpacked.
But we're sitting in a marinade of just disinformation.
I would only hope that eventually, maybe in 2022, we do more shows that maybe special one-off,
and we just go deep,
town halls, whether it's unpacking police brutality or unpacking hypersexualization of children, because none of us are experts. I mean, Erica has worked very closely with children of trauma, but we would have to, and I'm sure you could point us in the right direction, have like a psychologist, a child psychologist.
But what about an adult psychologist? The children aren't the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's the creepy dads
that's why
on the internet. You know, it's like the kids are fine. I remember like growing up, like seeing you would go to a bar and you'd see a countdown clock to when the Olsen twins were turning 18.
Or Britney Spears.
And Howard Stern was a big part of that.